Hi, everyone. Welcome to Meet the Mailers. I'm Paul Bobnack for Who's Mailing What. On today's interview, I'm talking with Michelle Fuchs of IWCO Direct. Thank all of you so much for being here today. Please like and leave your comments below. If you're new to this channel, make sure to stick around and hit that subscribe notification bell so you won't miss anything. Now let's meet today's guest. Welcome, Michelle. Why don't you talk a little bit about yourself, your background in direct mail, and what you do for IWCO Direct?
Hello, my name is Michelle Fuchs, and I am a mail account manager for IWCO Direct.
Cool. And why don't you talk a little bit about your career in direct mail up to this point, your background. From what I know, you have quite a lot of experience, and really like a personal stake, you might say, in direct mail.
Thank you. Well, I always say I was postal before postal was cool. My father, uncle, brother, and my husband all work for the USPS.
Cool.
I've held, yeah, long history. I worked in several direct mail positions in my long career. I started out working for a magazine publisher in the mailing list rental department. I wrote catalog copy for an educational book publisher and then worked with designers and printers to produce the catalogs, and then I obtained mailing lists to mail them. I was a direct mail manager at a small ad agency on Long Island. And at one point, I worked for a direct mail agency in Manhattan, and my main client was a lawn care company. So in the spring and summer, they mailed millions of pieces and they use personalization for their letters and self mailers. So at the height of the season, I audited hundreds of lots a week and reviewed them before releasing them to the letter shops we worked with to print and mail them. When that agency closed, I asked my manager for a referral to a letter shop based on Long Island that we had worked with. And the company was named IWCO Direct. But that company was soon acquired by IWCO Direct. So when I got the position, and I mostly managed fulfillment accounts for a pharmaceutical company, an insurance company, an airline, and also a credit reporting bureau. So it was quite
Wow, that's a
interesting.
lot.
A lot of different accounts all over the place, but yeah, very interesting and challenging. So then when IWCO Direct closed their New York office, I started to work for a web development company briefly. But then I was offered the opportunity to work as a mailing manager for Macy's. So I took that. And then the 10 years that I worked for Macy's, I orchestrated the mailing of millions of direct mail pieces annually.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very hectic, very busy time, but I really enjoyed it. But then when COVID hit, and my position was eliminated due to budget cuts, I found myself looking for a new opportunity, and I founded it IWCO Direct. So now I'm working remotely with the Hamburg facility. And with IWCO Direct, I've just found that they've made so many technological advances that even though I've had many years of direct mail experience, I'm learning something new every day.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I think it's like anything in direct mail, the technology moves on, and especially the
Yeah.
last few years, it just really accelerated things. I
Mm-hmm.
noticed like in doing some research that you talk a lot in your when you post on LinkedIn about
Mm-hmm.
color in direct mail. You talk a little bit about how important it is in marketing and the importance of um, color for different uses, what they mean.
Yeah, well, I just feel that color is a very important element in any direct mail campaign. And the goal of a direct mail piece is to make it as attractive and appealing as possible to the recipient so they'll be tempted to open the piece and read your message. So the proper use of color it will enhance the selling appeal of your mailer. And when color is used in a logo, it's really a quick identifier of your brand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for Macy's, your previous
Mhm.
employer, it's
Yes.
that red, which everybody knows the Macy's red everywhere, and it's
Yeah,
all
the red
across.
star. Yes.
Yep, and the red star, and it's all across all their branding and collateral. No matter what channel you're looking at, yeah, in the
Right.
store,
Yep.
it's a very strong way for any kind of a company to really
Hmm.
solidify its brand and stand out.
Right, exactly.
Well, what does IWCO do to
Mhm.
make sure that the brand colors, that the client wants are printed accurately and consistently?
Well, IWCO Direct has augmented tools for color management and fidelity across our platform,
Hmm.
implementing G7 Space Master color qualification for all litho and digital print operations, as well as G7 certification for our color management personnel. The color management team has 4 G7 certified experts.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Right.
this team's total focus is on color accuracy and consistency across our platform.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, getting the colors reproduced accurately is just
Hmm.
such a hugely important thing for, I think, like any size company, even
Right,
down to small companies, to be able to have that consistency and accuracy all across the board.
definitely, it's very important.
Hmm. So, talking like more broadly, from your standpoint and your experience, what would you say are like some really important tips for marketers to market across channels, like an omni-channel marketing?
Hmm. Well, today's marketers have so many choices when planning their direct marketing campaigns, but I really feel that whichever channels they choose for their media mix, they need to include direct mail. Direct mail really works. And I just feel that it's an important tool to have, especially in today's world where people are working remotely and spending more time at home. So, direct mail is the perfect tool to reach them where they shop and make decisions. Um, I just really think that it is an essential element. And when you use the correct combination of email along with direct mail and social media, marketers have a great opportunity to win new customers and also to maintain the loyalty of their valued current customers.
Hmm. Yeah, I totally agree. I think with when you're marketing across all these different channels, again, it comes back to the consistency of your
Mhm.
brand,
Right.
and being able to stand out and making multiple impressions to
Hmm.
customers. And I think this is like a point that still, a lot of companies really are have to have a full understanding of. But the idea of multiple impressions, right, where you're
Hmm.
um,
Exactly.
in channels wherever your customers are, and some of them are in social media constantly, and they may be in one social media channel but
Hmm.
not another, and you really have to be in all these different ones,
Right.
as long as it aligns with your company, of course, as well.
Right. Exactly. And I think that direct mail kind of reinforces the other efforts because if you get a piece of mail, in your mailbox and you see it, and then you get that email from the company, you're like, oh, I know those people. So it really helps to, the getting the direct mail piece really makes people more comfortable with the other media touches that they receive from the company.
Right, right, right. And especially if you have a campaign that's coordinated among all those channels,
Right.
again, it's the impressions, and you act on that. You're more likely to act on that than if you have
Right.
something that doesn't do that. Yep. So, I'm sure that, dealing with USPS is kind of a challenge in some ways.
Uh-huh.
And what is it that you think it's important for marketers to um, understand about USPS regulations, and what they need to, how they need to grow opportunities for direct mail.
Right. Well, I mean, I feel it's just really important for marketers to understand the USPS regulations. And I found that, especially when I worked with the designers at Macy's, I used to tell them, you can design the most beautiful piece, but if it doesn't follow the USPS regulations, then it's not going anywhere because the
Right.
USPS is going to reject it, or
Yeah.
it's just going to be too costly to mail. So that's why I always made sure that I checked every piece and made sure that it fit the qualifications before it went out to the printer.
Hmm.
And as far as growing your direct mail program, I feel that's really important because, like, as I've been saying, direct mail works.
Hmm.
So, and I also think there's a lot of opportunities to help you grow your mail. One thing is the USPS promotions when they offer them. So, my favorite promotion for fall 2021 is the 2% postage discount you can achieve when you include informed delivery in your direct mail campaign. And just informed delivery is a good way to connect your direct mail piece to the digital world. So when you combine that attractive mailer along with a ride along image that includes a strong call to action and a unique URL, it enables you to draw the attention of the recipient and bring them to a landing page of your choosing before they even open the mailbox. So it's a great way to get kind of a double bang for your direct mail buck.
Hmm. Yeah, that's right. I think the membership in informed delivery is probably around 44 million or so, I
Mm-hmm.
think,
Yeah.
as of November 2021, which
Yeah.
is pretty impressive. And
Mm-hmm.
I think um, anybody who's interested in informed delivery, if they go to the USPS website, uh,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of data there that they have where they break down by region of the country and even at the zip code level of how many
Right.
people are subscribed
Right.
as
Mm-hmm.
as customers of informed delivery, so they can
Right.
really at that point start targeting their mail based on that.
True. You're
Yeah,
right.
and
Mm-hmm.
even better, the
Mm-hmm.
promotional discount is going to be
Yes.
back in 2022 for informed delivery.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's something I started talking about when they were first talking about the increase in the postage rate. I was like,
Hmm.
well, here's a good way to combat it. It
Yeah,
started, I believe, in September, and I believe it goes through November. So if you signed up for that and you included that, signed up for the informed delivery and included the ride along image, there's a postage discount right there.
right, right. I noticed, like on reading uh, on the IWCO website, that are
Hmm.
case studies that are talking about personalization and
Right.
ways to leverage it to increase response rates. And
Hmm.
is there a type of personalization that you can think of that really brings the best results? Like maybe geo-targeting, maybe pearls, anything that comes to
Hmm.
mind?
Well, I have to say that the best way to leverage personalization varies from campaign to campaign. So, the greatest advice that we can tell our clients is to test and see which one makes the most impact for their target audience. Um, but IWCO Direct does offer a full range of personalization services, including, which is really exciting, full color variable data digital print solutions.
Hmm.
So when you combine that full color variable data print capabilities along with our dynamic content management solutions,
Hmm.
you are able to offer very personalized pieces. So when you have that personalized offer and it's combined with attractive full color graphic, you're really drawing the attention of the recipient. And some examples that I can think of is like when an auto dealer includes an image of a new model of the recipient's current vehicle, or like retailers, like Macy's, for example, including a full color map of the closest brick and mortar location for the customer.
Hmm. Yep, totally. I think that when you really look at auto dealers and um, insurance agents is another good
Hmm.
one.
Right.
Um, they have like the agent's
There.
photo in there and their
Right.
contact information.
Right.
Their signature really like personalizes it a lot. And
Right.
even retail is really untapped. I think it's the
Hmm.
possibilities for including like any type of geo marketing, even maps, would
Right.
be huge.
Definitely. It's really something to try and explore. It's a great opportunity to really make the customer feel like you're sending this to them.
Hmm.
It's personalized for them.
Hmm. Uh, what's the most important thing that you think marketers could do or should do to really create effective
Hmm.
direct mail that works?
Right. Well, I mean, of course, we always tell marketers they need to make their piece attractive and have a really strong offer and a strong call to action. But the thing that I really emphasize is the use of a clean, targeted mailing list.
Mm,
So the first step is to choose the right audience, but then marketers need to ensure that their list is goes through the proper hygiene, which includes CAS certification
yep.
and being scrubbed against the NCOA list.
National
So
change of address.
yes,
Yep. Hmm.
I should explain that because you want to make every dollar count, like I say, and you want to make sure that when you mail something out, it's going to go to the proper person, right?
Hmm.
You're not just throwing it out there and just missing the people that you want to receive it.
Right.
So, and then
Yeah.
I also feel, once you have that perfect list and you do your mailing, you need to test and analyze the results and make adjustments so that you make sure you're hitting your bullseye with every mailing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think two of the points you hit on um, are are so vital, especially because of postage costs rising
Mm-hmm.
and paper costs rising.
Right,
Is you don't want to be throwing away your paper. You don't want to be
right.
throwing away your expenditures on postage when you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to with a very simple tool like these tools and other tools that are available
Right,
to really maximize your list.
exactly.
And the other thing I would agree with too is testing. It's
Mm-hmm.
always, always, always be testing offers, formats, but to always constantly be in the mail testing is
Mm-hmm.
vital.
Yes, very
Yeah.
true. There's just so many different things you can test. Have a test package against a control package and see what works best, make an adjustment, and then use that information you have for your next mailing so that you're always increasing your response rate.
Hmm. Um, so let's just talk about like really broad thinking here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, we're all involved with direct mail, this gigantic ecosystem, in one way or another um, for some like really important reasons. And I think,
Mm-hmm.
um, there's a value proposition um,
Right.
for direct mail. What do you think? What is a value proposition for direct mail?
Mm-hmm.
Why does it still work today in 2021, 2022, and beyond? What is it about it that is
Right.
so great?
Well, direct mail has a high ROI and it can be effective when used by itself or as part of an omnichannel campaign. But there's a lot of advantages as well because direct mail is a physical product. So there's a lot of room for creativity. And like you said, you can test, you can have mail out test packages against your control, and then you can analyze your results and make adjustments so that you're always making improvements. But I think that maybe the biggest thing is that direct mail is a tried and true tool, and people trust it. So they're not threatened by it when they get that letter in their mailbox. They're not afraid, like when you receive an email, they're afraid maybe they'll, you know, blow up their computer by opening it. But you can open that letter with confidence, and you know that it's in total safety. So
Yeah,
I think that
you're not going to get spammed or
yeah.
anything like that, a virus. Yeah.
Very true, or
Hmm.
or get a million other emails from other people that you don't know who they are. And I
Hmm.
mean, I think that's one of the other things when we talked about the omni-channel. Like if you combine your direct mail with that email, then you have a better chance of people opening that email as well.
That's a great
Um,
point.
yeah.
That's a great point because again, when people have that natural skepticism about what they see in a digital channel,
Hmm.
when they recognize the brand colors, when they see the name,
Right.
it builds like a greater overall credibility across all
Hmm.
these channels.
Right. Yeah.
Hmm.
So they all work, it works great together. And makes it most effective. And I also think that there's a lot of opportunities, despite the rising costs, there are opportunities for postage savings.
Mm.
So you can participate in the USPS promotions, and you can mail in commingle pools. And
Mm.
if you work with a knowledgeable mail service provider that can maximize your postal optimization savings, then you are really saving money. And I have to say that IWCO Direct does offer all of those possibilities to their clients.
Hmm. Cool. Well, like you said too, that these USPS promotions,
Mm-hmm.
the ones that ran this year,
Right.
are all going to be back next year.
Mm-hmm. So that's
And
great.
people can find that on the USPS website. And
Mm-hmm.
they'll also see that for some of them, I don't have them in front of me which ones, but some of them, the postage discount is going to be greater than it has been the last 2 years. So there's really an
Yeah.
opportunity for savings. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So
start
everybody
thinking
should
about it now.
do it. Yeah, start
Start your
thinking
planning.
about it. Take advantage of it because everybody can use a discount rate.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah. So getting like to the point where we're wrapping up,
Hmm.
what do you think that the trends for 2022 look like from your point of view?
Right. Well, I have to say that due to the rising postage costs and the tight paper market, direct mail marketers really need to take advantage of every dollar in their budget. So IWCO Direct is making a commitment to the future of direct mail by making a $50 million investment in new digital printers and inserters. And
Mhm.
this equipment is going to increase the flexibility of personalization, and it's also going to maximize postal optimization savings, and it's going to increase the speed from data to delivery. So all these things are going to be offered at a comparable quality and cost to litho printing. So I feel it's a win-win situation for everyone.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I mean, I think that it's going to be on everybody's mind if
Mm-hmm.
it hasn't been already, which again is this continuing challenge of how to mail in an environment with rising costs for
Mm-hmm.
postage, rising costs for paper, and even a supply of paper,
Right.
which has been difficult at times for a lot of printers and marketers. And
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, knowing that direct mail is produces in many cases a better ROI than digital channels do, especially with
Right.
people being overloaded with digital
Mm-hmm.
channels.
Right. True. And I think that IWCO is meeting the challenges of the future by making this investment in this new equipment. So we're looking forward to the future.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for being here again today, Michelle. And
Hmm.
your website is
It's just www.iwcodirect.com.
cool, and people can reach out to you.
Sure. They definitely can. It's just michelle.fuchs at IWCO.com.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for your time today. And thank you, all of you out there watching. Remember, if you enjoyed today's episode, please like, comment, or subscribe to the channel so you can get notice of upcoming programs. For more about Who's Mailing What, including a free trial, go to who'smailingwhat.com. And if you'd like to be a guest future installments, look for the link below under Show More. Thanks again for watching. Take care and see you next time.